Good morning and welcome to the In Shape Fitness Show. I'm Kim Watkins and it is Tuesday, April 2nd. This is a level 2 difficulty workout. So this is going to be an equipment-free workout, kind of easy but not super easy. It will get your heart rate up. We're going to work all major muscles and we are focusing a little bit on everything this week. There's some ballet, there is some mountain climbing, there are some hip bridges and some jumping. But before we get to the first set, let's warm up with a windmill. So plant your feet double shoulder width apart, toes forward, and your hands clasped above your head. Now make sure that your back is straight. Tuck in that tailbone to make sure that you can engage your abs and keep your back perfectly straight as you hinge at the hips and rotate your body down to the right and up to the left. Once more down to the right. Take a deep breath in as you lower your body, then exhale as you lift back up. Now reverse direction, so rotate down to the left and up to the right. And one more time, down to the left and up to the right. And now we're just going to jog in place. Why don't you just pick it up, start running in place for 30 seconds. Hopefully you don't have shoes on. Now a lot of people think that if they have a little jog or some sort of jumping in their workouts that shoes are mandatory, and the truth of the matter is when you work in, especially these short workouts, working in your bare feet is so helpful because you have to use the muscles in your feet. When you put your feet in shoes, you diminish the effort that the muscles in your toes and in your ankles that they have to exert because the shoe is doing some of the work. 10 more seconds of jogging, and then we're going to go into a little ballet, for which you do not want shoes, for sure. If you have ballet flats, that's fine, but theoretically, I much prefer you to have your feet bare or in socks and really focus on how you feel, how you connect with your floor surface. Okay, now take a deep breath in and bring your hands to your hips or make a circle out in front of your body like a ballerina. Heels together, toes out as wide as possible. This is simply a heel lift. You're in first position ballet. I'm going to start the 30 seconds now. You're going to slowly lift your heels up and then slowly lower down. And that's it. Time is going. So make sure that you're controlling your movement. You are lifting up, keeping your back straight. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Breathe continuously in through your nose, out through your mouth. 10 more seconds. Very good. You should feel all of those muscles in your hips, your inner thighs. Contract your glutes. Very nice. Okay, now spread your feet a couple of inches apart. You're going to do a walk-out Spider-Man today. Yesterday we did that walk-out plank. So now bend your knees a little bit and put your hands on the floor. Walk your hands out to push-up position. Now you're here. You're going to bring your right knee laterally around to the side to your right elbow. Then straighten that leg back out. Bring the left knee around to the left elbow. And then straighten that leg out. And then walk your hands all the way back. Stand all the way up. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Walk out Spider-Man. Now make sure when you get into push-up position and you're starting to move that leg, the knee laterally around to the elbow, whether it's the right or the left, you want to keep the butt down. You want to make sure that you are making a straight line from your shoulders, or your head rather, all the way down to your feet. And you've got 5 more seconds. You're probably only doing 2 or 3 of these. Okay, you don't even have to stand back up. Make sure you're back down in the floor in push-up position. You're going to start with the mountain climbers. You remember yesterday we did the mountain hiker where you're walking one knee in, then stepping back out to push-up position, keeping that butt down once again, walking the other knee in, and then back out. Today you're going to jump both feet at the same time. One goes out, one goes in. Time starts now, 30 seconds. This is called a mountain climber. You should know this if you have been living on the moon for the last 5 years and not involved at all in fitness. You don't know what a mountain climber is, but for the most part, you know, this is something that's very popular in fitness, and we love them at In Shape because you are working so many different things. You are obviously getting your heart rate up, which you probably notice. You've got 5 more seconds, by the way. You're working your legs, you're working your shoulders, you're working your abs because you're in a plank. You're working your butt, and you're done. By the way, turn your body over now and lay down on the floor on your back with your feet on the floor, knees bent, and your feet should be about hip width apart, pinky toes and heels in line. Hands down by your sides and lift your hips up into a bridge. Today, we're doing a dip with your bridge. So just press up and then lower down slowly. The one thing you want to make sure you remember is to keep the toes down the whole time. All right, time starts now, 30 seconds. Inhale on your way down. Exhale as you press up, and make sure you squeeze those glutes and press your toes in as you press up. Very good. Halfway through. Nice. Working those glutes, working the hamstrings here, and of course working the hip flexor muscles, which are those front muscles that connect the pelvis to your quad. All right, now sit up and put your hands on the floor beside your butt, fingers facing forward. Lift your body up into your tabletop. So you know from yesterday, because yesterday we just held the tabletop position. So your hips are even, your hips are straight, parallel to the floor. Your torso and your thighs make the tabletop. Your lower legs and your arms, they make the legs of your table. Now you're going to do crab kicks. So lift up the left knee, kick out the left foot, then put the foot back down on the floor, and then kick up the right knee and the right foot. Time starts now. These are called crab kicks. So you're just alternating a kick. You're going to feel a little like a rocket, but rockets obviously don't sit on the floor when they are on stage at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, which is where I am from, and headed back to tomorrow, my last broadcast here from Denver, Colorado, where my daughter and I have spent about a week, in fact, on vacation. All right, stand on up for me. Today, for our jump, at the end of the first set is a bunny hop twist. So remember the slight bend in the knee for shock absorption. Your hands are on your hips or out to your sides, landing lightly on the balls of your feet, and twist your torso. Time starts now. Good. Just breathe continuously. Remember, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And we're going to be more than halfway finished after this move in 12 seconds. We've got very little time left. Once we pass that break we're going to take here in just a second, 3 seconds more in fact. And let's take a break. Okay, so that's the first set. Now that's the instructional set. As usual, we're going to do 2 sets. So bear with me for just another few minutes. We're going to do a second set. Hopefully you remember everything you just did. I will cue you, of course, with the name and help you a little bit with the moves, but there won't be any time between each of the moves. We're at 8 minutes. With any luck, we'll finish up in 13 minutes. And let me tell you something. You're working hard enough that if you live a decently healthy life, eat well, and you take the stairs and walk a little bit, you do not need to go to your gym. Please don't think you have to go to the gym every day. It does not have to be done. There you have it. Okay, let's start. First position, ballet with a heel lift. Ready, set, and go. Remember to move very precisely. You want to deliberately think ballerina. So bring your hands into a circle in front of your body like a ballerina at your chest level. Lift up, pause, keep your back straight. Lift your rib cage with your breathing, and keep the tailbone tucked in. Very nice. You are about halfway finished. Let's go 15 more seconds, and then we'll go into the walkout Spider-Man. 8 seconds. Very, very nice. And the last one. Okay, walkout Spider-Man. Go ahead and bend the knees. Walk your hands out to push-up position. Remember, the legs stay in the same position. Time starts now, 30 seconds. Right knee to the right elbow. Then left knee to the left elbow. Squeeze those obliques. Really, really focus on squeezing those side abs as you are bringing the knee around to the elbow. And stand all the way up each time. Make sure that you fully stand up, too. You don't want to sort of half stand up and then go back down. You're not concerned about repetitions. And you've got 5 seconds more. So finish the one that you're on and don't even stand back up. Mountain climbers are next. Ready, set, and go. 30 seconds of mountain climbers. Do not stop. This is it. So push yourself. I'm giving you the out here where you only have to work out for 13 minutes in your living room floor without going to the gym, having to putting on sneakers. So give it all you got here. Nice. Keep breathing, keep the butt down. It's almost over. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now turn your body over, your head's on the floor, knees up, up, and your feet are down, hips up, and let's do those dips. Time starts now. Remember, inhale on your way down as you lower your hips, and exhale as you press up, squeeze your glutes, and press those toes into the floor. Make sure that your feet are perfectly straight. Your pinky toes and heels are in line. This is very important. Do not let your toes turn out, and do not let your toes float. Don't lift them up in the air. You don't want your heel to absorb your body weight. You've got 8 seconds left. 2 moves after this. Coming up on 11 minutes here and counting. All right, now sit on up for me. Let's put the hands on the floor beside your butt, fingers facing forward, and crab kicks are next. Get yourself into tabletop. 3, 2, 1, and crab kicks go. Left knee up, left foot kicks out. Left foot goes back to the floor. Right knee comes up. Right foot kicks out. Right foot back on the floor. And alternate. Now remember, when you put your foot back on the floor, re-engage with that toe, the toe area. You want to make sure you're pressing. The stable foot needs to have its whole foot on the floor. Once again, if you lift your toes up, you're going to absorb your body weight in your back and in your quad, neither of which you want to do. When you press your feet into the floor and really connect on all 4 corners of your feet in terms of the foot that's on the floor, you distribute your body weight more evenly, and that helps make this workout more efficient. All right, with that, you have completed the crab kicks. 1 move more, and this is a jumper. The bunny hop twist. Stand on up. Your feet should be just an inch or 2 apart. And go. Time starts now. Last 30 seconds. Keep breathing. Keep that back straight. Keep your tailbone tucked in. Another very important way to keep your abs engaged, engage that pelvic floor. Draw your belly button in and sort of up towards your spine, keeping your pelvis perfectly vertical, and squeeze those ab muscles. Almost finished. 5 seconds more. Shoulders are back. Feel good about this. This was a good workout, and you're set. Tomorrow will be the level 3 version of this week's series, so please don't miss that. I will be back in New York tomorrow on Wednesday, April 3rd. And for now, I'll say goodbye. It's Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness. If you have any questions or you have a need for an additional workout, a longer workout, please visit InShape-fitness.com, where you will find a host of other gym-free fitness ideas. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.